Hello, welcome back to this video series on creating charts in Power BI. So in this video, my focus will be on creating line/area charts. So when do you create a line chart, or what type of data do you present with a line chart? Let's discuss that. But before then, I have to create a new page for my line or column chart. Let's name this as line dash area charts, not column, area charts. Yep. All right. So now, whenever you have a data set, okay, that is related to time or date time related data sets, and you want to observe trends, or in fact, whenever your interest is to see a trend of some particular kind of event happening over time, okay, the first type of chart that comes to your head is a line chart or an area chart. So what's the difference? Now let's jump into it. The second row of the charts you have right here under the visualization pane has the different kinds of line charts and column charts that you can create in Power BI. So when you point your arrow to it, this first one is called the line chart, just line chart. The next chart is the area chart. The next chart is the stacked area chart, and the line and stacked column charts. You have the line and clustered column chart, and then you have the ribbon chart. So let's begin with this line chart. Now, line chart, like I said again, is when you're interested to view trends of happenings in your data set over time. All right. Basically, you want to visualize a numerical data set. So let's just click on this and see how this works. I'm going to expand and let's have it right here. Great. So on this chart, I would like to see, let's work with the crime data set. I would like to see the trend of the crime, right? The trend of the number of offenses, yes, the trend over time. Now, over time. So let's work with the financial year. Great. So this is the trend of this over time. All right. So can you see the trend? Now, please take note. I've not cleaned this data set, right? I've not done anything cool with it. I've not cleaned it. I didn't do anything. I just brought in my data set and then start presenting the charts. So this line charts might not make so much sense to you. Why? Because when you look at the x-axis, which is the financial year, okay, you would see that the years are not properly arranged. They're not arranged in a specific order. So this is 2022/2023, 21/22, 19/20, and it shouldn't be this way. Remember, we talked about different types of data sets, right? And we talked about ordinal and cardinal, right? So this the year in this case should be a kind of ordinal data set, meaning that it is actually should be in a specific order. All right, year here is an ordinal, in fact, a categorical data set. First, it can categorize things, happenings, events in different years, okay, and it is ordinal, so I should be able to order it in a specific order. But because I've not done those data cleaning, not done any of it, so that is why you see this data set being presented this way. Very funny. So you see the reason why you should be able to do your data cleaning very well and format it well in a format or in a way that is highly presentable. So in this case, if you look at it, it should be in kind of ascending order. I mean, it should start with the year. All right, say 2012/2013, and it should go further to 2013/2014, 2014/2015. Where is that year? Yeah, here is it. And then 2015/2016. So it should be in that order. Now, if this data set was presented in that order, if the years were presented in that order, then you would have been able to make sense out of this line chart. But right now, I can't say, okay, that the number of the trend of the offenses is reducing, because that is the interpretation that this particular chart presents to me. I'll say, oh, this particular the trend number of offenses were decreasing over the years, but that is not true, because the years they're not properly arranged. Well, but that is not my focus here. My focus is just how to create it, right? So we've seen how to create it, and when you look at the horizontal axis, which is, the vertical axis, which is the y-axis, you have the sum of number of offenses, and then on the horizontal axis, which is the x-axis, you have the financial year. All right, so with this you have your line chart presented the way you want it to look like. All right, so remember, the goal is make sure you format your data set well, or you do your data cleaning, data formatting well, so that when you're creating your chart, you have the chart come out the exact way you want it. So if I had done this formatting already, there is something I know what to do to order it properly. Okay, so we could order by, when you right click, you will see different kind of like let's click on this chart and then choose where is it again? Let's come here and choose sort axis. So you could sort axis by financial year. So even if you sort axis by financial year, you see what happened? So yet it's still yet not arranged properly. So because you have 2023/24, 22/23, and so on. So it's not still sorted the way I want it to be. Now the reason is because when you come to your financial year, select it and look at the top bar. Can you see the top bar here under the columns tools? You find out that the data type for this financial year is actually text. And of course, Power BI cannot order text in numerical, or let's say year, date, time object as text and format it the way it should be. So that is the reason why this is happening. And when you change this data type to date, time, okay, and you format it well from your queries, Power Query, then you can have your year presented exactly the way you want it to be on your chart. But if I go ahead and select it here to change the data type, that will make sense. Okay, so I shouldn't do it here. All right, so you've learned all of those during your data cleaning and data processing class. So yes, this is how to create a line chart, and let's see how to create area chart, because the focus here is to create line/area chart. So I can simply change or convert this chart to an area chart by selecting, make sure the chart is selected, and next you select the area chart, and that will convert this to an area chart. So what's the difference? So of course, you see the difference between the line chart and the area chart is that for line chart, it only shows you the line now, or just shows you a line that shows you the trend of these happenings or the data set you're trying to visualize, while the area chart will give you a shaded area under the line. Okay, so